No, I can't. No, I mean, 20 years, it's a miracle that we're still around after 20 years, And highlights, there's been so many. I mean, from the very first album release, which went straight to 5 times platinum in the first couple of weeks in the UK. We came out, and in the week the album came out, we knocked Robbie Williams off the top spot in the UK charts. Robbie Williams being more English than the Queen. And it was just amazing. And then we carried on, our first live show in Wallingford, Connecticut, when we insisted actually, we do not want to be just a recording band. We want to go on stage. We want to sing our music live. And then from there, the tour with Barbra Streisand, the show we had in Madison Square Garden, where the whole Hollywood A-list sat in the front row. And on and on and on, it's impossible to say this and this and this were the highlights. There's been a multitude of them, and they carry on. I say, when we're talking about where we are nowadays and what we've just done, after everything, after the hardship the whole world, and especially Il Divo, has suffered as well, with COVID, with the loss of our founding member Carlos Marin, and the fact that we have found Stephen Labrie, to jump in and fill that void, and that we carry on as a band, and that we carry on enthusiastically and creatively, and we just released a new album, and I think it's one of the best things we've ever released, and we're embarking now on this new world tour celebrating 20 years of Il Divo. To me, at the moment, that is the great highlight of my career, celebrating that we are here after 20 years, and we're happy and excited about what we're doing, and we're looking enthusiastically into a bright future. I think, to me, that is the highlight at the moment. That's the most important point.
It was very difficult for all of us, for David, for Sanai, but also for Stephen. It was very difficult because it was like something that never happened. It still sometimes just feels unbelievable. The way that we recovered about it is by celebrating his life for 2 years. Is honoring his name, how he was a brother in our band for the last 18 years, and by continuing the legacy of Il Divo is a way to honor him daily. So I think recovery is just it's things that can take longer for someone and shorter. It depends on every individual. I think it's never going to leave our mind. There will be hard times. It will take time.
Well, obviously, Simon was the most important man of Il Divo at the very beginning. But the funny part about that was, at the time, I was the only one of the four of us who knew who Simon was. The other three boys, the other three boys did not watch English television and did not watch American television, so they didn't know who this Simon Cowell fellow was. But it was Simon's idea. He brought the four of us together, and he set the bar very high for us and said, this is what I like about each of you. This is what I like about your voices. This is what I'm trying to achieve, but it's up to you guys to make that happen. And so, he encouraged us to just do our best. Every single track, every single album, every TV show, just do your best. And we did. We followed that kind of directive, and he brought his belief in what we had created, and he opened all the doors for us. In around 2013, we released a greatest hits album, and we were kind of embarking on the Amor y Pasión album. And we got through that process, and we kind of said, all right, well, what's next? What do you have in your mind? What do you think is the future of Il Divo? And at that point, he had gotten so wrapped up in his television shows, he didn't really have the space, the bandwidth, to be able to focus on us the way he did back in 2004. So he said, very honestly, he said, I don't know what the beginning is. And we pitched a few ideas, and he said, I don't quite get it. I don't see the vision that you're seeing. And we said, so what's your vision? And he said, I don't really have one at the moment. And we said, okay, can we have your permission to follow our vision with these songs that you're not quite on board with? And he said yes, very amicably, very gentlemanly. He said, you guys can continue following Il Divo, pursue it take it as far as you want, as far as you can. You can have the name. And he kind of set us free. And we just kept going. We have no shortage of ideas. We have no shortage of, at a certain point, we realized that what we had created on those first albums, he gave us the directive, but those creations were the four of us, figuring out whose voice sounded which best, and working with the producers, figuring out layering harmonies and things like that. That was all us. So we just put that into play, and we just kept going. And on this XX album, we're actually, we're co-producers on this album, and the ideas for the song selection, that was entirely us. Sebastian worked with Carlos Lopez to create, some new modern ways to encapsulate Il Divo's sound. And, we're just looking at the next 20 years. Simon Cowell's not involved, but he's, same with Carlos. The two of them are woven into the fabric of Il Divo. They are pillars and foundational to what it is that we even do.
Bueno, me siento muy contento de estar con ellos en este momento. Al principio fue muy difícil porque Carlos se enfermó con COVID. En esos tiempos, David me preguntó si yo quería cantar con ellos unos meses hasta que se recuperara. Pero lamentablemente falleció inesperadamente. Nadie pensaba que eso iba a pasar. Y entonces ellos querían hacer un homenaje a él, porque, como estaba diciendo David, es un parte integral de la educación, de la música, de todo. Y por eso ellos me preguntaron si yo quería hacer el homenaje a él. Y bueno, por supuesto es un cantante maravilloso. Era un legend en el mundo de la música, de la ópera, de la música clásica, de la música de pop. Entonces, ¿cómo pudiera decir que no? Entonces, fue un honor para mí poder hacer eso, poder honrar a su nombre por casi 2 años. Y ya que hemos hecho el disco para celebrar el 20 aniversario del Divo, ya me siento, it's still an honor. Y bueno, en el verano me invitaron a ser el 4º miembro y ya estamos siguiendo adelante con la música, con las ideas, con las giras, compartiendo la música con todo el mundo. Una locura.
It's gonna be crazy.
Una locura total.
It's gonna be crazy. We're bringing the new album. We're bringing our greatest hits. We're bringing the four of us. And we're bringing an energy and an enthusiasm that our audience in Argentina has come to love and expect. We're bringing a brand new, the stage design is brand new. Everything about what Argentina is going to experience is going to be new. It's going to be very exciting.